The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Wayne Allen Root, a former Libertarian vice presidential nominee, the author of The Conscience of a Libertarian. He posted yesterday at Beck's website, deblaze.com. Let me read to you excerpts from what Wayne Allen Root wrote. I am President Obama's classmate at Columbia University, class of '83. I am also one of the most accurate Las Vegas odds makers and prognosticators. Accurate enough that I was awarded my own star on the Las Vegas Walk of Stars. And I smell something rotten in Denmark. Obama has a big skeleton in his closet, his college records. Call it gut instinct. My gut is almost always right. Obama has a secret hidden at Columbia, a secret hidden there, and it's a bad one that threatens to bring down his presidency. Gut instinct is how I made my living for 29 years, since I graduated Columbia. Obama and his infamous strategist David Axelrod understand how to play political hardball, the best it's ever been played. Team Obama has decided to distract America's voters by condemning Romney for not releasing enough years of his tax returns. It's the perfect cover. Obama knows the best defense is a bold offense. Just keep attacking Mitt, blaming him for secrecy and evasion while accusing him of having a scandal that doesn't exist. Then ask followers like Senator Dingy Harry to chase that lead. U.S. Senate Majority Leader appears to now be making up stories out of thin air about tax returns he knows nothing about. It's cynical, it's brilliant, and vicious. Make Romney defend so he cannot attack the real Obama scandal. I think Romney's not spent a lot of time on this, but nevertheless, this is a classic Axelrod. Obama has won several elections in his career by slandering his opponents and leaking sealed documents. Not only do these insinuations and leaks ruin the credibility and reputation of Obama's opponents, they keep them on the defensive and off Obama's trail of sealed documents. By attacking Romney's tax records, Obama's socialist cabal creates a problem that does not exist. Is the U.S. Senate Majority Leader making up stories out of thin air? You decide. But the reason for this baseless attack is clear. Make Romney defend, so not only is he off message, but it helps the media ignore the real Obama scandal. My answer for Romney: call Obama's bluff. Romney should call a press conference right now and issue a challenge in front of the nation. Romney should agree to release more of his tax returns only if Obama unseals his college records. Simple and straightforward. Mitt should ask what could possibly be so embarrassing in your college records 29 years ago that you are afraid to let American voters see it. If it's that bad, maybe it's something the voters ought to see. Suddenly the tables would be turned, and now Obama is on the defensive. My bet is that Obama will never unseal his records because they contain information that could destroy his chances for re-election. And once this challenge is made public, my prediction is that you will never hear about Romney's tax returns ever again. Why are the college records of a 51-year-old president so important to keep secret? I think I know the answer, writes Mr. Root. If anyone should have questions about Obama's record at Columbia University, it's me. We both graduated, according to Obama, Columbia University class of '83. We were both, according to Obama, pre-law and political science majors. And I thought I knew most everybody at Columbia. I certainly thought I'd heard of all of my poli-sci majors, but not Obama, or as he was known then, Barry Soetoro. I never met him, never saw him, never even heard of him, and none of the classmates that I knew at Columbia have ever met him, saw him, or heard of him. But don't take my word for it. The Wall Street Journal reported in 2008 that Fox News randomly called 400 of our college Columbia classmates and never found one who had ever met Obama. Now, all of this mystery could be easily and instantly dismissed if Obama released his Columbia transcripts to the media. But even after serving as president for 3.5 years, he refuses to unseal his college records. Shouldn't the media be as relentless in pursuit of Obama's records as Romney's? Shouldn't they be digging into Obama's past beyond what he has written about himself with the same boundless enthusiasm as Romney's? The first question I'd ask is, if you had great grades, why would you seal your records? So let's assume Obama got poor grades. Why not release the records? I mean, he's president of the free world, for God's sakes. He's commander-in-chief of the U.S. military. Who would care about some poor grades from 30 years ago, right? So then what's the problem? Doesn't that make the media suspicious? Something doesn't add up here. Secondly, if Obama had poor grades at Occidental, how did he get admitted to an Ivy League university in the first place? And if his grades at Columbia were awful, how did he ever get into Harvard Law School? So again, those grades must have been great, right? So why spend millions to keep them sealed? Third, how did Obama pay for all those fancy schools without coming from a wealthy background? If he had student loans or scholarships, would he not have to maintain good grades? I can only think of one answer that would explain all of this. Here is my gut belief, and this again, Wayne Allen Root. My gut belief is that Obama got a leg up by being admitted to both Occidental and Columbia as a foreign exchange student. He was raised as a young boy in Indonesia. But did his mother ever change him back to a U.S. citizen? When he returned to live with his grandparents in Hawaii, or as he neared college age, preparing to apply, did he ever change his citizenship back? I'm betting not. If you could unseal Obama's Columbia University records, I believe you'd find it A, he rarely attended class, B, his grades were not those typical of what we understand it takes to get into Harvard Law, C, he attended Columbia as a foreign exchange student, D, he paid little for either undergraduate college or Harvard Law School because of foreign aid and scholarships given to a poor foreign student like this Barry Sortoro from Indonesia. Now, if you think I'm fishing, then go out and prove me wrong. Open up your records, Mr. President. What are you afraid of? It's okay for the U.S. Senate Majority Leader, Harry Reid, to go on a fishing expedition about Romney's taxes, even though he knows absolutely nothing about them, nor will he even release his own. Well, if that's true, then I think I can do the same thing. But as Obama's Columbia class of '83 classmate, at least I have more standing to make educated guesses. It's time for Romney to go on the attack and call Obama's bluff. Wayne Allen Root, writing yesterday, not for the first time, by the way.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.